medicines which we want to actually, everybody gets sick. And in the Philippines, medicines are so expensive, and it will be good if medicines and processes that are advanced in India is shared in the Philippines. And of course, science and technology. India has the largest school of science and technology, and there's a lot of exchanges that can be done. So my job is, my plate is full. There's need for me to actually deepen relations between India and the Philippines across different fronts, and I am committed to actually do my share. As I've told my team, I want to leave Delhi or the embassy in a much better position than when I came, and that is actually the challenge for every one of us. You are in a very unique position. You are in Calcutta, the home of Mother Teresa, and for that alone, there's a message for all of us. Before coming here, I visited her place, her headquarters, and was really touched by the fact that her humility, her simplicity, and her focus on doing sacrifice for a greater good is something that should be echoed by all of us. And it's something that we should also be able to do in our respective areas where we find ourselves. So you are all now in Calcutta. There's a reason for you to be in Calcutta. There's a reason for you to be partners with your loved ones. And I think it is incumbent on all of us to do our share and to contribute to the betterment of our family, our environment and our community, and hopefully our relations with India. And as I said in the past with the different groups that I've met, I need your assistance in terms of raising the profile of the Philippines in India. The Philippines has so much to offer. It is a creative, it is a caring, it's a colorful, it's a collaborative society, and it's something that we can share with India, which is equally creative and caring. So I hope that you will actually partner with us in the embassy in actually pursuing a mission to raise the profile of the Philippines as well as deepen relations between India and the Philippines. So ako po ay hindi ho based dito, pero rest assured that with Mr. Kemka and the family, they will actually listen and hopefully also tell us the problems that that you have that we can and will try to share. Now, I'd also like to just share certain things. One, we want to get to know who are here, and it's important to know because in any emergency, it's good to know how many Filipinos are in a certain locale. So do register and give us updates. And if you know Filipinos who come, please inform the consulate. It's not because we're prying on you. Of course, if you do not like to register, we cannot force you. But in the case of emergency, it is useful for us to know who is where. And we would appreciate that if you can actually register. That's point one. The second point that I'd like to share also is with you, India does not have the big problem when it comes to drugs, but we do have problems. We have 8 people who are actually in prison across India because of being drug mules. So please, the young ones, stay away from drugs. It's nothing that will bring you, it's something that will not bring you any good. And for those who would know people who are in desperate need, who will actually try to be part of it because of a compensation, please tell them and advise them it's not worth it. 4,000 that's given to you cannot compensate for 10 years in prison, and we have a number of women in the prisons in India. Next year we'll have an election. Continue to pray that the people who will come to lead the Philippines will continue the progress that has been made. But there is also a progress that has been made in one front that I'd like to tell with you. Do monitor what's happening in the West Philippine Sea. There's progress in terms of our Philippine struggle to get the just decision when it comes to what is right when it comes to the 9-line claim of China against us. As you all know, China has occupied Scarborough Shoal, not occupied physically, but has been controlling Scarborough Shoal, which is very close to Zambales, depriving our fishermen of the right to fish. They have also laid claim to almost 90% of the South China Sea. And the Philippines, because of its lack for military wherewithal and alike, has gone through the legal process largely because they feel this is one equalizer and one way to get what is right. and we won the first step. The first step is the court, the arbitral court has said, yes, they have jurisdiction to hear the case of the Philippines, and that they will actually listen to the Philippines and see if what we presented them is something that has substance. They will be deliberating by the end of November. Continue to pray for the team that is actually pursuing our legal struggle against China in the arbitral tribunal, so that we can get what is gainfully right and what is ours when it comes to this particular issue. Ngayon po, I won't take you away from your lunch. I know the kids are hungry. India pala, hindi na sa kape, sinasawsaw. Thank you for introducing us to that. I will not take you away. I am here at short time, but if you want to raise any concern, do tell us now. We have dudes. I know some of you may have some concerns. The last message I said is, you're here, legalize your stay. I'm not judging anything. All I'm saying that right now is India has come up with a new process by which they changed from OC. Yes. So now, and we've been told that there is a process. It's lengthy, it's tedious, but go through it, because then it gives you security, stability, and then you can move on.